Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. What an honor to be here at the Saudi House. Thanks for having me. And let me start with this. There is a huge shift happening on how we work. One of the most significant shifts in history. And no one is naming it. I mean, we hear a lot about AI, about disruption, about which jobs will disappear, but that conversation misses the point. We're entering an era where no human will ever be bored at work again. Interesting, isn't it? By the end of this talk, I will show you why this is happening already and why Saudi Arabia is positioned to lead that shift. So, every generation experiences a shift in how work gets done. 40 years ago, there was a role in every company, a person who managed the files. Company employs thousands of them. Basically, his job was to take documents, read them, decide where they belonged, and physically move them into the right cabinet in the right room. A good one could process out 200 documents a day. They were experts. Then came digital emails, cloud systems. Those people did not become unemployed. They became something else. They became data specialists, information coordinators, executive assistants. The filing cabinet disappeared, but the expertise evolved. That digital shift created a new middle layer, which is, look around this room. How many of you spent time this morning checking emails that didn't require your expertise? Updating a document or a separate sheet, chasing someone for an approval, following up on something you followed up on last week. I mean, we call this work. What is it? It doesn't use our expertise. It doesn't need our judgment. It just needs to get done. And it takes hours every week of people who could be doing something that matters. That middle layer is about to be transformed. And let me show you what is actually changing. On the left, as you can see, a straight line. Same input, same output. This is every piece of software we've ever used. Predictable, deterministic. It follows instructions. On the right, branching tree, multiple paths that lead to the same outcome. And this is how humans work. You give someone a goal, they figure out the path. For 50 years, we've built software like the left. Now we're building a software like the right. And this is what an AI agent is. It's not a software that follows instructions. It's a software that follows intentions. So what changed and why this is possible now? Well, three things have happened. First, language model learned to understand meaning, and they learned to reason step by step, and they learned, and this is the most important thing, they learned to remember step 1 when they reach step 10. And this is the real breakthrough. Having a software that can hold context and find its own path. Exciting, I know. But here's the problem. Most enterprises are not ready for that shift. Imagine hiring the smartest person in the world. PhD from Stanford, 20 years of experience. And on his first day, you say, look, Here's your disk. Good luck. No access to the company systems. No knowledge of how things work here. No context about the customers, the products, the history. How much value would they create? Huh? Almost none. Not because they are not smart, but because intelligence without context is just potential. And this is the state of AI in most enterprises today. The models exist, they are powerful, but they can't see. Customers' data sits at the CRM, financial data in the ERP, product in another software, policies in a document nobody can find, knowledge scattered across thousands of places that do not talk to each other. So this intelligence era needs to create a new layer, the orchestration layer, which is basically taking scattered knowledge and turns it into a unified intelligence layer. This becomes the brain. And this is where real investment happens, not in the models. The models are going to be commodities. Everyone will have access to them. It's going to be cheaper, better, faster. This is the real differentiator, making sure how you can utilize your company, your knowledge. And once you have that brain, you can build something that is more powerful. Expert agents. And let's pause here and think about expertise. What does it mean? It means recognizing patterns, knowing what works, having a judgment built on thousands of variations of the same exact problem. And guess what? These can be captured. Having an agent that interacted with thousands of customers on the same problem, connected with the same unified intelligence, learning what works. An agent handling customer inquiries sees the same data as an agent handling collections. And once you have a software can find its own path, you stop measuring the path. You measure the outcome. Resolution rate, waiting time, customer satisfaction. And this is the real revolution of AI agents. It's not about having a software can find its own path. It's about making expertise a commodity. Outcome as a service becomes real. And this will change our work for years. I mean, for years, customers used to pay for time. The incentive structure treats people as a units of time. I mean, they pay for seats, they pay for hours logged. Now we're moving to pay for outcomes. If the agent resolves the issue, you pay. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You pay for resolution, not access. You pay for outcome, not efforts. So all what matters is one thing. Did it work? So where does this transformation happen first? Where is the perfect environment for the agent economy to take hold of? Where do you think? My single answer gonna be one word: concentration. Now think about it. In US, 47% of US workers are working on small businesses. In Europe, the majority are working on SMEs. In Saudi, 66% of Saudi are working on large enterprises and government. Do you know what does that mean? Aramco employs 70,000 people. SABIC employs 30,000. STC employs 20,000. The banks, the ministries. In fragmented economies, you need thousands of small ones. In Saudi, you just need 10 big ones. And here's more. Saudi has already done the hard work. 98% of the government services already digitized. The infrastructure has been built. The data already flows. The systems are ready. What is typically described as a challenge, government to scale, large enterprises, deep hierarchies, is actually the perfect setup. Saudi is built for this shift. And I mean, who's gonna build the orchestration layer for Saudi? Global AI players? I mean, you know the names. They are everywhere at this conference. They are building for their core market. Saudi needs someone who only focus is Saudi. Arabic first, locally built for the complexity of the Saudi enterprises. And this is exactly what we're building at SOT. We're building the orchestration layer for Saudi enterprises. 8 months since we started, we became the fastest growing B2B startup in the region. I mean, those numbers are outdated, by the way. The ARR reached more than $4.2 million. The team has grown to more than 45 plus team members. We've built our own models in-house, audio models that is tailored for the Arabic dialects, trained on more than 90,000 hours of the Arabic audio. We've built our own infrastructure for the complexity of the Saudi enterprises. And the most important point, we've built a team, who is Saudi talented team. Grads from Berkeley, Stanford, MIT, Waterloo, who came back home to build this technology in Saudi for Saudi. We work with some of the largest government ministries, major banks, telecom providers. And we believe this is a use case market, not an industry market. Meaning, any enterprise client uses our orchestration layer, can build different agents, an agent to handle customer inquiries, an agent handling collection things. And this is not a pilot. This is happening now. It's real, happening now at a scale in Saudi. And let me leave you with this. Every work shift frees us as the humans from something. Machines free us from physical labor. Computers free us from manual calculation. Internet free us from geographic constraints. AI agents will free us from repetitive cognitive work. What is left is actually the work that requires us. Judgment, complex problem solving, creativity, strategy, the interesting work, the real work, the human work. And my vision and SOT vision is simple. Saudi workers will never be bored again. Thank you.